Hello everyone and welcome back to 99, episode 4. In the last episode, we basically won over Yuki's trust. Quite frankly, earlier than I was expecting. But I'm not mad about it.
I mean, it makes sense. He's got all the knowledge of the future.
He can see the future. I've made that reference so many times. But it fits.
It really does. Oh.
A wild Sophie appears. As soon as I get back home, a rift opens in space. I was so satisfied from my talk with Yuki that I headed straight home. But if I'm supposed to go off my memories, then...
あなた、私のこと忘れていたでしょ。
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I completely forgot about her. Right, I needed to go to the shrine. Well, whatever. She came to me, so it works out.
この枝では初めましてだけど、自己紹介の必要はないわよね。
Yeah, we can skip that part.
念のため聞くけど、私の名前は
Sophatia, real name Iris.
他の枝から情報を得ても半信半疑だったけれど、本当にオーバーロード。
Well, actually, he is.
Yeah. Close enough.
Oh, looks like I won't need to explain myself either.
ええ、もう知っている。全く接触してこないから会いに来てあげたけれど、好き放題枝を増やすわね、あなた。
No. Hides table behind back.
Oh, come on. We only added one. I mean, and really, there's only, like 3 or 4 other ones that have come off of there, so yeah, that's not that much.
We've only added one so far.
Oh, well, yeah, you're right.
I completely forgot to drop by the shrine. Sorry.
別にいいけれど、調子狂うわね。初対面の相手に慣れ慣れしくされるの。
You haven't just met me. We've met many times before. I've even seen your real form, Squid Woman.
Yeah, I mean, the feeling's kind of mutual, Sophie. I mean, part of me's meeting you for the first time, and part of me knows all about you.
まあ、話が早いのは助かるけれど、私に会いに来るのを忘れたということは、それ以上に大事なことがあったということよね。
Yeah, that's right.
話して、情報を共有させて。
Rude. You could say please.
But it's Sophie.
You're right.
Sure thing.
I tell her everything. I start with how Yuki is the key to defeating Iris. And that she isn't able to defeat Iris because she possibly has some sort of problem weighing her down. So, to look for the root of her issue, I diverged into a new branch where I make friends with Yuki at an earlier point in time. And now I've hopefully already gained Yuki's trust. And that's where we stand.
なるほどね。順調ではあるということね。
Seems like it.
Well, hopefully.
頼りないわね。私には未来が見えないから、判断はあなたに委ねるしかないけれど。
Well, technically speaking, I think our future visions are kind of semi-useless at this point because we've already diverged, but we'll see.
Yeah.
頼りないわね。
You know, no need to say the same thing twice, you know.
何か私にできることは？
Not say it a third time?
Yeah. You can let me borrow an artifact. 2 if you could. The offense-oriented one and the illusory body artifact.
Oh.
なぜ？
Because unless I do something, the first victim's gonna crop up tomorrow night. The evil eyes first, that is.
止めに行くということね。
Yeah, I don't want anyone to die, and, well, the evil eyes user is my friend, too.
That's debatable.
That's really debatable.
I don't know how Yoichi thinks of us at all. I mean, we might consider Yoichi a friend, but I'm pretty sure Yoichi is just like,
I absolutely... It is, 100% a one-way friendship.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and convince him, but I might end up fighting him instead. If that happens, I won't be equipped to stop him as is.
なるほどね。
Also, the day after tomorrow. Wait. No, maybe the day after that? There's going to be an incident involving an artifact.
We're getting a little less reliable all the time. We're starting to veer into Miss Cleo territory a little bit.
I'm sensing a cousin, a brother, a sister, a father, a parent. Yes, a romantic relationship. Exactly. I want to prevent that too if I can. If 2 is asking too much, then can you just lend me the illusory body? Please, Sophie.
減退だけでもなんて簡単に言うわね。
Is it because you don't have it?
I can handle the stress it puts on my body. I mean, I managed fine using it in the other branches.
それもあるけど、そうじゃなくて、そんなに簡単に貸せないってこと。まだ完全に信頼しているわけでもないし、仮に信頼していたとしても、アーティファクトの持ち出しには手続きがいる。
I'm imagining it being like Conrad Hermes having to check out something.
It has to go through that entire bureaucratic procedure where it goes to that planet and it's in the filing system and the tubes for all that time. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Sephiroth, right? I mean, you're its founder, aren't you? Can't you use your clout to make an exception?
ほんと簡単に言ってくれるわね、この子。
Procedures.
偉いからこそルールを守らなければいけないの。好き放題してたら組織が成り立たないわよ。
As a side...
Incidentally, I'm not actually sure how many people are in this organization.
That's hilarious because that's exactly what I was about to bring up too. Because I was thinking, we don't know that there's actually anybody else in Sephiroth. As far as we know, it's just her.
It might be all of the hers of... It's like the Council of Ricks.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine? I want that to be a scene now. I really do.
I really do. I would love it if like the final scene of this or like, you know, one of the post-credit scene is just the Council of Sophies talking.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
Ooh, right. Fair point. In that case, whatever do I do?
Whenever somebody says, whatever do I do, it just comes across as sarcastic.
It does. It does.
I don't know why.
減退のアーティファクトね。なんとかしてあげるわよ。
Maybe it was intended that way.
Maybe. I mean, Kakeru is pretty sarcastic.
Yeah. Oh, really? You sure?
今の私が信頼するかどうかは別として、未来の私は秘密を話す程度には信頼しているようだし。
Bedwetter.
はあ。
Oh, no, nothing at all, sorry.
手を組みたくなくなってきたけれど、未来の私を信じるわ。できる限りのことはしてあげる。少し時間をちょうだい。
You know, if I were the good version of myself who split off because a past me made a different decision and turned out to be like a omnicidal maniac,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not actually sure I'd trust my future self.
Yeah, I guess it's dependent on which future self you're trusting.
Even me. I just wouldn't trust me.
You know what? Actually, you do bring up a good point, but I feel like that would introduce so many variables into this that it would get even more confusing than it already is.
Branch number 552.
We don't talk about branch number 552.
Thank you. By tomorrow, if you can.
わかっているわよ。なんとかする。
Expedited form, go.
Also, I hate to keep making requests, but
まだあるの？
about the second incident I mentioned earlier. The user goes berserk and engulfs the school in a sea of fire.
But it's okay, it's non-burning fire.
I want to make contact with him before that happens and warn him not to use his powers, but, well,
が
I'm not sure if I'll be able to make contact with him. I don't interact with him at all since he's in a different grade. I would try looking for him, but I promised to meet Yuki after school.
Can't we just use Ghost for this once we get her? I feel like that would make sense.
Yeah, but I think he can only get Ghost tomorrow. He needs this today.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
私にも探せということね。
I don't know his name. I don't know what his face looks like. Good luck.
I'd appreciate it if you could. Once you find him, I'd like you to make contact and tell him as much about the artifacts as you can. Not gonna fly.
あんまりこちらの世界の人間とは接触したくないけれど、話を聞く限りその子暴走した挙句に死ぬんでしょ。
More or less, yeah. I mean, if we can save him, he could aid us in our fight.
ならないわよ。事件が発生した時点でユーザーになってせいぜい2日か3日でしょ。短期間でスティグマの侵食を許し暴走。使い物にならないわよ、そんな子。
You know, that actually does make sense.
It does. She's right.
Like, if his powers are already out of control within 2 days, all the rest of them, like when Sora's went out, it was like a whole game.
Oh, yeah, it took a long time comparatively speaking. Same, I think, with Kujo.
Yeah. So, you mean just let him die?
その子の特徴は
I don't know. The last time I saw him, he was screaming in agony and surrounded by flames. That doesn't exactly jog my memory.
Dang it. Ah, you said that. My joke was gonna be, I don't know, but I think his name was... Ah!
You could still make the joke. It still fits.
So, you'll search... So, you'll search for him?
探すだけ。接触はあなたがしなさい。
Thank you. That's more than enough.
で、特徴は
Oh, you need a description, huh? Well, he should be shorter than me. I'm hard up on details, actually. Oh, he's in the same class as my younger sister. Also, his artifact is a cross-shaped necklace.
十字架ね。妹の特徴は
Kakeru imagines the other route.
Okay, somebody did bring up in the comments that his future versions didn't get the intimate memories from the previous branches because it would influence his decision making too much. I don't remember if that was stated. I don't think it was, but it would make sense.
I don't think that has been... If it's been stated, I do not remember that.
Maybe it's stated later. I don't know. But
Might be.
It would make sense, though, because that would have too much of a detrimental impact, I think, on his ability to make logical choices.
It absolutely would. She has a ponytail to her side like this. You'll see her tomorrow morning, so you'll know right away.
調べてあげるけど、あまり期待しないで。
I never do.
I appreciate it nonetheless. I know it's not the most convincing thing to say after loading you with all those requests, but I want to do everything I can so no one has to die.
頼りないけれど、善人ではあるよね。
Thanks.
What was that?
独り言よ。サジは私に任せて、あなたはノアって子に集中しなさい。
Got it. Thanks.
じゃあね。何か分かったら教えてあげる。
Oh, wait, there's one last thing.
But wait, there's more.
何
You mentioned that I was adding branches willy-nilly. Is it bad if I add too many?
わからないとしか言えないわね。
Ominous.
Ooh, alright. So this mini popping up is abnormal then.
そうね。長年世界を観測してきたけれど、こんなにも枝分かれしたのは初めて。だから、わからない。
Oh, oof, I see. There's something else I'm curious about.
最後にもう一つって言ってたわよね。
Metaphorically,
I lied.
this is really the last one.
Really, really?
答えられるかわからないわよ。
I don't know.
No. I'm not after an answer per se. More like a fact check, I guess. I'm acting based on what I know of the future. And you already know about Overlord. What about the two of us in other branches? Do they know about Overlord in a similar fashion?
私がオーバーロードの存在に気がついていない枝の観測もできるから。答えはいいえね。
Okay, just as I figured. Thanks. If I change something, it results in a new branch. It doesn't affect an already existing branch, and it's allowed to exist as is. Basically, if I want to affect an already existing branch, I have to jump into it directly with Overlord. Actually, you said that Overlord's power can prune unwanted branches, if I recall. Which means I have the option of splitting new branches and keeping the old branches, or pruning them out of existence entirely, right?
まだ理解できていないようね。オーバーロードの力を。
I'm not in the slightest. I'm super confused.
I mean,
But I'm glad to know that all the other branches will stick around.
but
I'd feel awful if I inadvertently messed up the other branches every time I did something. It would have tied me down.
あのイーリスを何とかしてくれるなら、他の枝がどうなろうが私としては構わないけれど。
I played through 3 games.
I'm invested.
You know, Sophie, you tend to make some dry remarks, but something tells me you're the type who would worry if something were to happen.
私にどんなイメージを持っているんだか。それじゃあね、今度こそ、さようなら。
Okay, bye.
I was half expecting him to be like, wait, one more thing, and she leaves anyway.
One more thing. A rift in space swallows Sophie and closes soon after. Oh yeah, the world's eye allows for inanimate objects to travel across different worlds, doesn't it? I wonder if I can send something to a different branch then. If I could do that, then maybe, just maybe. Yeah, I don't know if that'd help. All the things that I have are things that I have in other branches as well, after all. Well, let's shelve that idea for now. Just send ambrosia to other branches. Ambrosia for you, ambrosia for you. Despite the silly oversight, I managed to convene with Sophie in this branch and meet up with Yuuki. We're doing well so far. I know I can redo things if I screw something up, but I shouldn't let my guard down. I may not be feeling any side effects aside from some minor discomfort for now, but who knows what will pop up down the road. Maybe it's best to operate as if I didn't know I have Overlord to fall back on. I need to think carefully, know my limitations, and stay on guard. Okay, let's prep for tomorrow by properly sorting through my memories to prevent any mistakes. This one goes here, this one goes here. Next morning, he just wakes up to the Pepe Sylvia board. Going against the flow of students heading towards school, Sora approaches me.
Yay! I was gonna say, I really wish they have this little walking scene because I love it every time.
I do too. Also, this is the origin of the broski meme we use.
Yeah, I bought my lunch.
I do that all the time. I don't know why. I guess one letter.
Yeah.
かわいそう。私はお母さんのお弁当あるのに、お兄様は安いパンですの。
Also, I guess by the way that, like, we read words, we really mainly pay attention to the first and last letter,
Pretty much.
and then a little bit of the middle and just fill in. So I guess, yeah, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I haven't had mom's food in a good while.
帰ってくればいいじゃん、近いんだから。
I'm not welcome there. I don't even have a room anymore.
That's true. If I felt so inclined.
ん
What's wrong?
なんかね。
That's a new one. Bro-man.
Broma! What?
なんかあった？
Something like what?
いや、私が聞いてんですけど。
What?
And I asked you what was up before that.
We're not getting anywhere with this line of questioning.
なんか微妙に雰囲気変なんだよな。なんで顔しかめた？
I didn't make a face.
しかめたじゃん。
Quit yelling. Man, dealing with you this early in the morning is really exhausting.
おい、マジトーンでそういうこと言うな、傷つくぞ。私は結構簡単に傷つくぞ。
I just shot already.
ひどい。
I proceed along my way, half-heartedly handling Sora all the while until...
あの、いえ、すみません。ごめんなさい。
I find Kozuka-senpai in front of us, amidst a sea of random guys.
すごいね、あれ、モテモテ。お姫様みたいな扱い。
Well, they do call her Empress for I mean, what?
True, but she doesn't seem all that happy about it.
ミーヤも私をああいう風に扱えよ。
My princess, might I ask you to keep your mouth closed?
よろしくてよ。ってふざけんなよ。丁寧に言っても私は気がつくぞ。
Wait.
It actually worked. So that's the key.
Worse living past this circus.
はいはい。本当に、その。
As we pass by Senpai and the crowd, I look at her from the corner of my eye. I know it's just because she hasn't been able to control her ability yet, but a part of me wants to help her out. Actually, maybe I should. I need to make friends with Kosaka-senpai as well. But I also intend on preventing the petrification incidents in this branch. If my plan works out, Yuichi won't be working in secret using Ghost. Given that, it'd be unlikely that Rigveda would be formed. Which means, if I don't act now, I might just lose my chance to get to know Kosaka-senpai.
Yeah, actually.
Mm-hmm. And also accelerate her speech pattern. That would be bad. Terrible.
That sounds like the talk of a guy who remembers the last route.
Well, at least a little. Well, I'm not saying that he doesn't remember any of it, but you know. Also, broski.
どうした？なんで止まる？
He just starts moonwalking back there.
Doom, 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 doom.
何？
Excuse me there.
Sorry, I got so focused on the
I'm good.
moonwalking that I clicked ahead. I turn around and call out to Kosaka-senpai.
すみません。本当にすみません。
Kosaka-senpai doesn't turn my way, probably not thinking that I'm calling out to her specifically. So I give it another go.
Excuse me, you there.
You there, girl. What day is it? She finally looks my way. Though it doesn't seem like she knows that I'm trying to talk to her and is just reacting to the call itself. Seeing that, I make strong eye contact and start speaking to her.
Are you alright?
Seems she finally noticed my presence.
I can take care of these guys if they're bothering you.
Oh no, we petrified her.
ちょっとミーヤン、むしろ話しかけられて困ってそうだけど。
Really? What was your first hint?
Sorry to just call out to you out of nowhere. If you'll excuse me.
I turn around and start walking away. I think this'll do for now. I need to come up with a way to become her friend in the meantime.
びっくりした。どうしたの？昨日といい今日といい。
Did I do something yesterday?
コロナのお嬢様助けてたじゃん。
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
そんなタイプじゃないでしょあなた。
I am now.
I'm a man who never leaves a person in trouble behind.
かっこつけて何言ってんだこいつ。なんだお前あれか、彼女欲しくて焦ってんのか。だから全方向にいい格好してんのか。ん
Why are you snapping at me? Damn, you're so annoying.
Because she wants to be that girl.
他人には優しくても本当私には優しくないな。
See?
Yep. I only do something if it's worth it.
やっぱ下心じゃ最低だ。うわだからその冷たい態度やめろい。
I let Sora's bad-mouthing go in one ear and out the other as I head inside the school building. I give my idiot sister a cold glare as she tries to follow me to my classroom, and then climb the stairs. I arrive. I put down my bag and breathe easy in my seat.
おはようおはようおはよう。
Murderer! But not yet.
I was about to say, technically not yet.
Yes. A chipper voice echoes through the classroom. I start to feel butterflies in my stomach. Does Yoichi already have the evil eye, or is it still too early? Either way, it goes down tonight.
おはようかける。
What's up?
I reply to him, trying to stay as composed as I can.
昨日どうだった？
With the festival, you mean?
I totally didn't drop the big artifact and get a shard in me or anything.
そうそう言ったんでしょ。
Earthquake shut it down, so it might have just sucked more than last year.
あらら、今年も気合い入れてグッズたくさん作ってたのに。
Too long since that anime aired to stay relevant. They were really pushing it.
来年もやりそうな気がするけどね。
We continued the idle chit-chat with one another.
はーい、席ついて。朝のホームルーム始めますよ。
The bell rings and Ms. Naruse steps into the classroom.
はーい、みんないるね。特に連絡事項はないんだけど。
I half listen to her speaking. I wonder if Iris is already preparing to take control of Ms. Naruse. I have to act as fast as possible. The more time winds down, the bigger the handicap due to Iris' soul getting accustomed to Ms. Naruse's body. The problem is, how do we pull Iris out of there? Fate is already going to branch off because I decided to stop Yoichi and prevent the fire at school tomorrow. I won't know what's going to happen in the future anymore. I have a rocky road ahead of me, but I have no choice but to settle each problem one by one. First, I'll talk to Yuki after school. The rest comes after that.
掃除当番とかさ、業者にやってもらえばいいのにね。
I hear you, man.
Yoichi's complaints go in one ear and out the other as I sweep the hallway. I had forgotten about the cleanup duty. Maybe I should give Yuki a call to tell her I'll be a little late.
ちょっと、何してんの？
Huh?
何スマホいじってんの？
Just sending a little text.
掃除中ですよ、かけるさん。
Just give me a second.
スマホいじる暇あるなら、僕の話を聞きなさいよ。
Ah, you assume I
Sorry,
was
what?
listening to begin with.
I'm listening. Yeah, man, that's crazy.
でしょって何がだよ。適当にも程があるよ、かけるくん。
That's the second time this episode we've managed to pull that off. That's how we can get Iris out of there. We just have to go along with her mental train until we derail her completely. I randomly reply as I sent my message. I get a reply right away, accompanied with a bear sticker saying, "Okay, I'll be drinking my tea and waiting." They have a bear sticker that says that? Alright, now to finish up sweeping and...
ニミくん、ちょっと。
Damn it.
Huh?
I lift my head upon hearing my name. I see Ms. Naruse waving me over from the classroom. Next to her stands Kujo, looking distressed. Oh yeah, I forgot.
ああ、スマホなんていじってるから、お説教だね、お説教。
Alright, off to grovel for forgiveness then.
I stand the broom against the wall and go into the classroom.
Is this about a lost item?
お、察しがいいね。
No, I mean, we talked yesterday about possibly turning it into you, that's all.
Did we? I make up a convincing enough excuse.
Then I probably should have read that line as actually being convincing and not him just making up something lame.
You know what? I think it works, though. Do you really think that Satsuki would notice or care?
No, that's actually the best part, you're right.
I need to be more careful about this. Otherwise, I'll go jumping the gun to avoid any pointless back and forths due to me having prior knowledge.
ニミくん、何か変わったことあった？いえ、ニミくんにも見せたんだよね。そうですけど。
Oh, did something happen?
I ask in a scripted way. The lost hair clip in question, i.e. the artifact, would be next to her whenever she blinked. And Kujo felt uneasy about that and decided to talk to Ms. Naruse. I'll spare the details, but that's what they go over. Finally, we get to spare the details.
自分でもバカバカしいと思うんですけど、でも
I mean, look, that does
怖
make
くなっ
sense.
てしまって、
Yeah.
お祓いしてほしいと。はい、昨日神器が壊れてしまったと聞いて、そのせいなのかなと。
Actually, yes.
Funny that you mentioned that. This is the point where Kujo should be wrapping her head around what the artifact is. She's not going to be jumping for joy like, "Woohoo! I got superpowers!" No, the reason she's fretting so much is because of what her ability is. The power to steal things from others. Kujo is worried whether it reflects who she is on the inside. I could try to cheer her up and say that power simply came to you by chance. Don't worry about it. But I don't think... Oh, right. I'm supposed to walk home with her after this if I remember right. Would giving her a quick rundown on the way and having her join me in my talk with Yuki work out? No reason to wait until the fire, I suppose. If I can move things ahead of schedule, I should.
ちょっとニミくんひどくない？
I'm sorry, I was plotting.
What do you mean?
興味ないからってぼーっとしちゃって。
No, I was listening. I agree with what you said. That lost hair clip is a spirit housing sacred relic.
あ、本当に聞いてた。
Haha, I cheated.
Well, in a different timeline,
と
yes.
りあえず様子を見てみて、もし悪いことが起こったらその時また相談して。はい、わかりました。ありがとうございます先生。はい、じゃあニミくん、
Of course.
九条さんを送ってあげなさい。
Right, will do.
一人にするの心配だし、新見くんと一緒に帰りなさい。でも大丈夫です。自転車ですし。自転車とか関係ないから、こういう時に青春したらいいじゃん。恋心とか育んだらいいじゃん。
No, we already took care of that, thanks.
はい。そんで職員室の話のネタにさせて、あいつら付き合ってるみたいっすよ。けしからんすな。
Oh yeah, I guess it kind of ruins it if we start going out with a girl from another school then, doesn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, Kujo, go on ahead. Let's meet at the school gate.
いい感じにまとまったところで先生はもう行きます。
Just don't leave your head open to strangers.
それじゃあね、また明日。
She's like, all I heard was leave your head open for strangers.
Damn it. She wraps a stack of printouts on the table to align them, picks up her attendance book, and exits the classroom.
I'll be down once I finish cleanup.
本当に大丈夫だよ。一人でちゃんと帰れるから。
I know, but I've got something I want to talk about anyway. It's about that lost hair clip. I'll see you in a bit.
I know things. Stick around. We finish
I
cleaning.
know things. I know them with my mind.
And I leave behind Yoichi engaged in chatting up a girl as I go off to the meetup spot.
There is nobody who's going to get that reference.
Maybe. We don't know. We speak to denizens of the internet. I don't know why I phrased it like that, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
As soon as I step through the school gates, I find Kujo there waiting.
I'm sorry for the wait. Cleanup took a while.
大丈夫。話って。
Let's walk and talk.
そうね。よかったらカバン、カゴの中に入れてね。
Sure, don't mind if I do. Put the bag in the basket.
I was thinking the same thing. I take up the offer, put my bag into the bike basket, and start walking.
So, I wanted to talk to you. Truth is, I'm in the same boat you are, Kujo.
But I took a bike to school.
You're able to use superpowers, right?
She stops dead in her tracks, flabbergasted. Listen though, what is this bozo talking about sort of way? More like she's coming to grips with these events being real and not some figment of her imagination.
Yep.
I nod. Kujo looks equal parts surprised and relieved to hear that.
急に不思議なことが起こって、私変になっちゃったのかなってそう思ってて。
If you think that's crazy, I'm not even real.
Whoa.
Sorry about her earlier. I mean, Miss Naruse was around and I couldn't just go talking about the artifact.
アーティファクト。
That's the name you gave her, right?
びっくりした。そっか。そうだよね。新見くんもフェスにいたし、アニメ知ってるものね。
Oh, I've actually never watched it, but I have. But I haven't. But I have?
私と同じように名前をつけても。
No, actually, I heard it from you. So he's going all in. He's just like, all right, all my comrades, here's, I can see the future.
You know, it might be effective though. I mean, once he bridges the gap of, hey, you've got superpowers and I do too, I feel like everything from there is just kind of like, oh yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, absolutely, because you've already established that. Do you know how many things annoy me actually because they take place in some kind of a world where like superpowers or some kind of fantastical stuff exists, and then people are like really skeptical about powers, and I'm like, wait, hold on.
It's just like with all of these crazy abilities, what? You can't suspend disbelief for 2 seconds?
Let's walk and talk.
そうね。
I'm detecting a theme here. We resume walking. We slowly make our way
And
to Nine
talking.
Ball. Yes.
Your power steals the ownership of whatever someone possesses, right?
すごい。どうして？
I know. I can... How do I put this exactly? Basically, I can see into the future.
未来。アーティファクトって名前を未来の私から聞いて、新見くんはそれを見た。
No, I actually lived it, believe it or not.
More or less. I also know you called the wielders users. From what I can see in the future, I think I know more about the artifacts than you do.
なんだか。ごめんなさい。私頭が固いせいで、その整理しきれなくて。
That's okay. Some days we aren't the best at acting on the fly either.
Oh, yeah. I'd say it's no surprise you're confused, considering some guy just blindsided you by saying he can see the future.
ごめんなさい。でも、嬉しい。こんな話、誰にもできないと思っていたから。
So, I actually have plans to meet someone else right now.
ごめんなさい。送ってもらっちゃって。
No, you're part of this.
No. It's fine. We're supposed to meet up at 9 ball, so I was actually hoping you'd join in if you could.
私も。
Harem route.
Alas.
Yeah, the person I'm about to see is a user just like us. I promised that I'd tell them everything I know. So I'd like you to accompany me.
できれば話を聞かせてもらいたいけれど。ごめんなさい。私これから。
Actually, you don't have work. You don't have a shift for today.
入ってない。あれ？あれ？
I like how this is what really threw her off.
You can check when we get to the cafe.
You were right. I suddenly believe everything you've said.
じゃあ私裏から入るから。
All right, I'll be waiting at our seat. See you in a few minutes.
I part ways with the still confused Kujo and enter the cafe. There she is. Yuki is sitting at a table near the back, reading a novel. I make my way there and take a seat right in front of Yuki.
Sorry for the wait.
平気。それほど待ってない。
I should have said kept you waiting, huh? I hate to bring this up after the fact, but there's someone who will be joining us. Is that okay?
仲間？
Yeah, a user just like us.
それなら断る理由はない。
Thanks. She should be here speak of the devil.
Kujo comes out from the kitchen. She finds me and comes over my way with her head down, red in the face.
新見くんの言った通り、今日シフト入れてませんでした。
Told ya.
Yep, what'd I tell you?
はい、恥ずかしい。そう。仲間は彼女だったのね。
And your ally.
すみません、私。九条美子さん。私のこと。当然知っている。ナインボールの客ならみんなあなたのことを。
Did you just glance over at me?
ごめんなさい。
I mean, she's right. I didn't realize that the cute waitress who worked here was Kujo at first. I guess that always bugged her, huh? That kind of makes me feel bad.
座ったら。
But she had the glasses. I mean, she did the whole Clark Kent thing.
Yeah, couldn't tell. Couldn't
Exactly.
tell.
はい。
She now I'm imagining she has takes off the she just puts on the glasses and we're like, where'd Kujo go?
Who are you, strange waitress? She pauses, considering where she should sit. She eventually parks herself down next to me. After putting in our orders, Kujo and Yuki formally introduce themselves.
私は結城ノア。見ての通り、
九宝女学院の生徒。学年はあなたと新見くんと同じ。
よろしくお願いします。九条都です。結城さんもそのユーザーだと。
そうね。昨日生異物、彼の言うアーティファクトを手に入れた。
私もなんです。急に不思議な力が使えるようになってしまって。
Kujo cuts herself off as our drinks arrive. It seems that Yuki can guess Kujo's frame of mind based on how unhappy she looks.
喜んではいないようね。
はい。まだ受け止めきれていなくて。
それは私も同じね。戸惑っていないと言えば嘘になる。けれど誰の意志によるものか私たちは選ばれた。ならばこの力は正しく使わなくてはいけない。
そうですね。選ばれたことに意味があるなら力は正しく使いたいです。
その言葉で十分ね。あなたには正義の心がある。
Well, good news. Kujo's won Yuki over.
歓迎するわ、九条さん。ようこそバルハラソサイエティへ。
はい。
The little thing comes up. You've, you know, you've gained a party member.
バル
Oh, good. I'm glad that the confusion about the naming convention still comes up.
Me too. Just pretend you didn't hear that. I'll explain everything in order.
はい。
Yuki, will you listen to what I have to say too?
ええ。
All right, let's start from the top. First off,
Oh, here's the food. Okay, as I was saying, here are your drinks.
all right, as I was saying, Shiro Mitsugawa is.
Oh, please, not that top. Let's not go down that route again. I go over artifacts, the other world, Sophie, Iris, and the evil eye. I explain everything carefully in as much detail as I can.
魔眼がイーリスという悪神の手に渡れば世界は破滅する。
Sure, whatever sounds better in your head canon.
私たちの使命は世界を守ること。
In a nutshell, yes. I figured I'd end up turning you guys off if I just dropped some epic plot on you out of nowhere.
いえ、問題ない。心の準備はすでにできている。
I've been dreaming of this since I was 5 years old.
Also, to be fair, if somebody comes in and already knows the future about you and they traveled back in time and convincingly tell you, like, hey, yeah, I'm part of a group that you will found in the future with the name of that you came up with when you were a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know they traveled back in time because it's some like epic plot level. The future goes bad.
Oh, absolutely.
ジ・オーダーを手にした瞬間から、いえ、あなたと出会った瞬間から私はこうなることを予期していた。
Okay, that's less mental preparation than I thought, but good on you, I suppose.
私の力が世界を救う一助となるのなら喜んで手を貸す。
I'm counting on you. What about you, Kujo? Are you following so far?
We pan to her, she has question marks all around her head.
Yep. Please.
大丈夫。少し戸惑っているけれど、私も、役に立てるのなら頑張りたい。そうしなきゃいけないんだと思う。
ようこそバルハラソサイエティへ。
はい。バルハラソサイエティ。はい、覚えました。
I'm guessing you've already got a hunch, but to explain what this is, it's sort of, well, a team name. Our team name, that is.
8歳の時に作った組織が今現実となった。
Oh,
Stay well.
感無量ね。
my bad. I said 5. I meant 8. I couldn't remember that little detail.
8歳。じゃあ、 新見くんと結城先輩って幼馴染？
Not even close.
No, not at all.
昨日会ったばかり。あと先輩でもない。
I'm not your senpai guy.
さっき話したけれど同い年。私も2年生。
ごめんなさい。無意識に先輩って呼んでました。
I'll be honest, it makes sense.
It does, with that air about her that she has.
And just the speaking pattern alone.
Mm-hmm. It's fine. She already has it in her head for when Kozuka gets involved.
Mm-hmm.
結城さんすごく落ち着いてるからごめんなさい。
別に謝る必要はない。その方が呼びやすいなら先輩でもいい。
Or Shisho, or anything like that, really.
いえ、すみません。気をつけます。
Aw.
Yep. Why do you look kind of disappointed?
別に。
Your face says otherwise.
すみません。気分を害してしまって。
No, it's
そ
not
ういう
that.
わけでも。背が低くて年下に間違われることは多いから。
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Oh, so you were flattered that she mistook you for being older, then? Isn't that just great, Yuki-senpai?
うるさい。
やっぱり私も呼んだ方が。
No, it's okay. Once we bring Sora into the fold, it'll be fine.
呼ばなくていい。
She frantically declines, blushing. We haven't known each other for very long at all, but my relationship with Yuki is already shaping up better than in any of the other branches. I've only seen her act like this once before. Actually, no, she's way more flustered than that time her love for cats got out of the bag. I'll make sure to poke fun at her cat addiction sometime later.
もういいから続けて。
Got it. Let's get back on topic.
いいかな。
Sure, shoot.
仁義の破損が原因で異世界の扉が開いたということは。
That's right. Artifacts came to this world and started causing trouble 1,000 years ago. To prevent that from ever happening again, they closed the door with the sacred relic, an artifact that's called the World's Eye.
しかし再び開いてしまった。
Due to the earthquake, and definitely not me. Yeah. And now artifacts have slipped into our world again.
He's just like, oops, Butterfingers.
Could he have solved the problem by going back 5 minutes earlier? No, I guess no, because he can't go back further than when he gets the power.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, could he go back 5 minutes earlier and never break it?
Well, I also feel like that would create a paradox in which he never gets the ability, and then things would just...
Yeah.
I think that would break everything.
I don't think he can go back further than he has the power itself.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. If that were all there were to it, it'd just be a matter of collecting them. But the worst artifact of them all ended up coming to this world too.
それが魔が。
Right. Fortunately, I know where the evil eye is, and Iris can't easily get to it right now.
すでに契約者がいるというわけね。
Basically. Only... The contract bearers is sort of a problem to us, to say the least. I think we can get them to help if all goes well, but worst case scenario, we have to fight them.
I would be really interested to see if we can charisma our way out of fighting Yoichi and pulling him onto our side.
There's a 0% chance we pull him to our side, right? Like, he's just a straight sociopath. There's no way.
Now, hang on. I think if we can convince him that it is in his best interest to help us, we have to find a way to spin it in a way that benefits him. That's going to be the key to it.
To be fair, I think the best thing would be like, yeah, actually, hey, she's lying to you. She actually kills you in the future. My power is that I can see the future. So why don't we stop her?
Although on the flip side of that, I could see him potentially, since he is a sociopath, just killing Kakeru and try. Except for that wouldn't work because he just auto resets at that point. So I guess what he could say is he could be like, "Hey, she's gonna kill you in the future. By the way, if you kill me to try to take my artifact, we'll just respawn, and this will not happen. So don't try it."
Mm-hmm. Actually, the chances of the latter are high.
契約者についても知っているようね。
I'm not too sure if I should speak about this in front of Kujo. Knowing how dead serious Kujo gets about things, she might take the news hard. No, I can't keep quiet about this after I've already explained this much.
知らない？それとも話せない理由が？
No, I'll tell you. He's a person close to me. And you too, Kujo.
私も
Yoichi.
深沢くん。
知り合いのようね。
はい。クラスメイトなんですが。どうして深沢くんと敵対してしまうの？新見くんとす
Well,
ごく仲がいいよね。
That's what I thought.
I'm only gonna tell you the facts.
あ
Tonight, Yoichi's gonna kill someone.
魔眼を使って？
Yeah, he's gonna kill them by turning them to stone.
どうしてそんなこと。
Sociopath?
I'm not sure as to why. And from what I've heard, I likely wouldn't understand anyway. But I couldn't care less about the reason, and I'm not gonna let him kill someone in this branch. I'm gonna stop him. I guarantee it.
さっきうまくいけばと言ったけれど、
I did.
そんな危険人物を仲間に加えるつもりなの？
If possible, but, well, that's probably not gonna happen. Still, I don't want to fight him. He is the Evil Eyes user after all. Even setting aside my personal feelings, teaming up with him is better than fighting him.
正論ね。わかった。あなたの判断を信じる。
Thank you. Are you on board too, Kujo? I think forcing you to make a decision when you're not really sure isn't fair, but...
うん。本当に深沢くんが間違いを犯してしまうなら、止めるのは正しいと思う。
そうね。犯行は何時頃なの？
In 5 minutes. Oh, crap.
I don't know the exact time. If I recall, the victim was coming home from cram school.
塾。被害者も私たちと同年代？
Seems so. I mean, she's a Kuho student.
クホの。
Do you have any idea what cram school Kuho students attend?
いえ。
学生の多い町だから塾も多いし、心当たりがないなら特定は難しそう。
That seems like a really inefficient system. So is there just like one student per cram school?
Oh, you said it. Means we're gonna have to pull a stake out.
犯行現場は？
The park.
了解。それじゃあ19時。一度帰宅して着替えてから集合しましょう。
わかりました。
That's fine. But don't call me Roger. You two are coming along with me?
むしろあなたを一人で行かせるという選択肢が存在しない。
That's probably good because I can't really fight.
話を聞いてしまった以上、私もできることをしたい。
Thanks, guys.
礼は不要。 もう私たちは仲間なんだから。
そうだね。
I'm relieved to say the least. I was worried you wouldn't believe me.
アーティファクトを拾ってなかったら少しは疑っちゃってたかも。
Just a tad? You mean you wouldn't have immediately been like, he's batshit crazy?
私は出会い方が意味深すぎたから信じるしかない。
どんな出会い方だったんですか？
ここで突然声をかけられた。
突然？
ええ、突然。不審者かと思って警戒した。
Well, you got part of it right.
I mean, I am. Yeah, I don't blame you for that.
けれどバルハラソサイエティの名前を出されたら信じないわけにはいかない。バルハラソサイエティのことを知っているのは私以外に一人だけ。妹だけだから。
妹さんがいらっしゃるんですね。
いた。
ごめんなさい、私。
気にしなくていい。安易に話題に出した私が悪い。
Well, I've said just about all I need to say. Do either of you have any questions?
知りうる限りの生異物の契約者が起こした事件を教えて。
The biggest one is what I mentioned earlier, the human petrification incident. There are at least 2 victims.
連続殺人事件。
Yeah, exactly why I want to stop it.
他には？
A fire at our school.
学校？
Yeah, but it's closer to an accident than a crime. Their powers went berserk.
暴走？
An emblem appears when you use your powers, doesn't it?
出る。左手の甲だよね。
It varies from person to person. Yuki's on her left eye.
ええ、そうね。瞳に浮かぶ。
Well, whenever you use too much of your power, that emblem spreads all over your body. If you can properly control it, the emblem, what I refer to as a stigma, changes into the color of your soul.
制御できなければ暴走するというわけね。
That's the gist of it. As far as I know, the 2 of you don't wind up like that anytime soon, but be careful not to overuse your powers, regardless. If they go out of control, it'll end up making you go insane.
And consume you.
わかった。
火事はいつ？
Should be the day after tomorrow,
時間は？
right around lunchtime.
そう、昼休み。急いで学校を出ても私が着いた頃には片付いていそうね。
I'll manage on my end. That's the plan, as long as I can prevent it from happening beforehand, at least.
わかった。他には？
Well, that's about it for now.
意外とって言い方は不謹慎だけど、少ないね。
Well, those are the only 2 crimes caused by users that I'm really sure of.
能力を隠した犯罪は他にも発生しているかもしれない。
That might be the natural way to look at it. There are plenty of people who aren't as righteous as, both of you.
あなたもでしょ？
You're giving me too much credit. If I knew the results of horse races or something, I'd definitely be abusing it right now.
All right, tomorrow's lottery numbers.
Come on, don't be glue. It just makes me happy that somebody appreciates my joke.
I know, it's one of our oldest running gags.
What are you smiling like that for, Kujo?
ごめんなさい。新見くんはしそうにないなって。
Yeah, I don't really know what to say to that. If you have that much faith in me.
友人を止めようと必死になっている。 それだけで信用するには十分。
I'll see you both tonight.
ええ。
I place my hands on the table and take a deep bow toward the girls. I don't know if I should have been so straight up with the details about Yoichi. However, I do know that going to stop him alone would be reckless. I hate to admit it, but I don't stand a chance against Yoichi on my own. Tonight is what counts. Tonight, a new branch is definitely gonna split off. Mark my words, I will stop him.
Alright, so we're...
あ、やっと帰ってきた。
you again.
Alright, I think this is where we're going to stop this episode. We're going to have to suspend the confrontation with Yoichi for the next episode. I wonder if we're going to end up bringing Sora along or if it's too early. Probably too early.
I don't remember when she gets her powers.
I don't remember either.
It's after the fire, though.
Yeah, you're right, it is after the fire. I think it's a couple of days
yeah.
after the fire, so... Yeah, it's probably way
Yeah.
too early. Of course, then we're gonna have to figure out how to get out without her following us, so that could be a thing. Oh boy. Well, things are getting interesting, but we're off to a really solid start. We
Yeah.
already got Kujo and Yuki into the fold.
And it has like a very good group dynamic already.
Mm-hmm, I know. Yeah. I think that's all I've got. Do you have anything else?
Nah.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we hope to see you in the next one. For now, we are the Bridge Boys, signing off.